This is Derek Chamblee, broadcasting from Chamblee, Atlanta, the next great American city. Beautiful. Well, it's been raining all night. It's starting to clear up just a little bit. It's running up on 6 o'clock. Chamblee, Atlanta, Battleground Zero, the epicenter of the civil defense of the United States of America. April 5th, 2017. I wanted to share this with you. Nixon was not a crook, but I don't know how you can say that. Anyway, so we'll get on with the chronicles of a crook. And, I was talking about the Republican Party returning to being the party of Lincoln. Well, I deserve a lot of credit. I deserve a lot of credit for the Republican Party separating from these particular issues that the Democratic Party now is taken up as a banner. They've taken these issues up as a banner. Okay. Civil rights. They've taken it up as a banner. Civil rights. And, you got to go back to Herbert Hoover. And, Herbert Hoover, in hindsight and history, Herbert Hoover is not considered to be a great president, but he loved that song, it's on one of those TV shows, that we probably all have seen it, and by the lake where Miller played songs that made the hit parade, guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days, and you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men. Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again. Well, then the stock market crashed and, the stock market crashed and Herbert Hoover lost the election to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Well, and, FDR said, hey, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, whatever that means. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Okay. And, parallel to the rise of FDR was the rise of Adolf Hitler in Germany. And so a lot of people don't know this, but there was a lot of support for Adolf Hitler in this country. There were a lot of support for the Germans to be like a firewall to the Soviet Union, the communists, and they financed Adolf Hitler and France and the banks in Germany and whatnot. Yeah, I told you before, Prescott Bush and his associates were largely behind the economic rise of Adolf Hitler. I can't even say his name right, but was parallel to Jack Kennedy's. The same year, 1946, he became congressman from Massachusetts. I was congressman from California. 2 years later, he was senator from Massachusetts. I was senator from California. And, I told you before that I picked me as his vice presidential running mate. And, we won the 1952 election. But to go back, there was this thing where FDR knew he was dying, so he picked Harry Truman as his vice president. His last term, 1944 or somewhere around there. And he picked Harry Truman because Harry Truman was from Missouri. And FDR knew that Harry Truman was from the Show Me State, that Harry Truman was not going to take any, word service or whatever, whatever you said to Harry Truman had to be proved. It was like, show me, he's from the Show Me State. And it's been said about Harry Truman that great things came to Harry Truman late in life, and he never knew, he was a senator from Missouri, and when FDR picked him as his running mate, Harry Truman never knew what was going on, but FDR was very, convinced that Harry Truman would continue on what FDR had started, and of course, FDR died, and Harry Truman found himself, president of the United States, and they came to Harry Truman and they said, we've got to drop the atomic bomb on Japan. And Harry Truman was like, what's the atomic bomb? Harry Truman never even knew what the atomic bomb was. They said, well, Mr. President, it's classified information. And Harry Truman is saying, well, why don't I know about it? And then Harry Truman is saying, well, what will the atomic bomb do? And, his advisor said, it's going to really mess up Japan. It's going to end the war. We're going to save a lot of lives. So Harry Truman said, okay, drop the atomic bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, whatever. And, Japan surrendered. And, okay, so Harry Truman, he's got to do something after the war, so he gets, General Marshall, the Marshall Plan. He's going to rebuild, Europe, and he sends General Douglas MacArthur over to Japan to be an envoy, viceroy or whatever, to rule Japan, and then Harry Truman had a big problem, and in 1949, somewhere around that, it was the rise of Mao Zedong, and he chased Chiang out of China and to the island of Taiwan, and to this day, the United States of America will defend Taiwan against China. And the thing about it is they started flooding down the peninsula of Korea from the north to the south, and President Truman had to do something about it, so he sent General MacArthur to, it wasn't even a declared war, but the United States had to do something about the flood of, the Chinese down there, and the flood of the North Koreans into the south part of Korea, and so he sent General Douglas MacArthur, the famous, I shall return to the Philippines war hero. Douglas MacArthur, a famous war hero General Douglas MacArthur turned it around and, fought him back to the north. And then Douglas MacArthur saying that, President Truman, he's saying, we got to drop the atomic bombs on China. And, at that time, China didn't have the atomic bomb. And Truman, Truman's like, no. And furthermore, you're fired. Oh, so now President Truman has fired a war hero, General Douglas MacArthur. And General MacArthur wanted to run for president, and now Truman had fired a war hero. And when Douglas MacArthur returned to New York City, they gave him a ticker tape parade. It would be another war hero in 1952. And that's when Ike picked me as his running mate in 1952. General Dwight D. Eisenhower, he wanted to be a five-star general. But it took an act of Congress to decide that there would be no five-star general. So, General Dwight D. Eisenhower decided he was going to run for president. He could have been a Democrat or a Republican, but he decided to be a Republican, and then they convinced him. They convinced Ike to pick me on the ticket. And from that point on, I would be the one in the 20th century to shape the Republican Party.
Well, there you have it. April 5th, 2017. Derek Chamblee, broadcasting from Chamblee, Atlanta, the next great American city. Battleground Zero, the epicenter of the 2017 Civil Defense of the United States of America. Also, the 5th Congressional District of Congressman John Lewis, who our current president says is all talk and no action. This is Derek Chamblee, Cyber Citizen Network. April 5th, 2017, awaiting the weekend summit between our current president, Donald Trump, and the president of China. It's Prescott Bush, Nixon, Trump path, MacArthur, China. Thank you very much.